Hey guys, it's time for another Tool Tuesday. It's also Amazon Prime Day, so we're going to be checking out what tools are on sale on Amazon Prime Day and what other cool tools we can find on Amazon. Stay tuned. So there's a few products that I found on Amazon that I thought were worth highlighting from the Prime Day deals. Now, first one we're going to start off with is the Ingersoll Rand half-inch ultra compact impact wrench kit with sockets. Now, it looks like a pretty cool kit. It's their compact half-inch impact gun, and it comes with socket set from 10 millimeter through to 21 millimeter. Now, that's a pretty good deal at $138 as they're listing it, or $138.98 and free shipping. Now they're saying that the retail price was $198.58 and that was cut down to $175 and now it's $138. Now I did find it on another website for $138.56. So I mean, technically you can find it cheaper elsewhere. However, if you're a Prime member and a Prime addict like me, then this is a fantastic deal. It's on for a little bit longer. They rated at 450 foot-pounds of torque in reverse, and the socket set is actually pretty handy. It looks like they're stubby sockets, which will be great anyway. They're advertising it at 4.6 inches of length on the impact gun, which is, I think it's actually smaller than my Milwaukee stubby impact. I use electric, but I do know of people who are still swearing by the air tools. And if air tools are your thing, then that's great. This is a decent deal at 138 bucks. And it has a 2-year warranty, which is also pretty handy. Up until I used my Milwaukee tools, I swore by Ingersoll Rand tools. So, these are great deals. If you've got a dedicated airline for this sort of thing, then great. These are amazing. Where I work right now, the air pressure is not up to what I would consider specification. So I like using my electric tools, and it makes it easy for me to take them home or take them to work, take them off job site. But if you've got a reliable air source, these are great tools. I've gotten 10 years out of an Ingersoll Rand impact before. So next up is the Gearwrench 12-piece ratcheting wrench metric XL gearbox set. So one end is box end and one end is ratchet wrench. So it's really a double box end. Now the one end is 0% offset, which basically means that on one end you've got kind of a step in it, and the other side is totally flush. The plus side of these is you have your ratchet wrench, and it is a fixed end ratchet wrench, which is a little bit of a downside in my opinion, but it's unidirectional. You can flip it over, you can change your direction. However, if you've got a bolt that's within a little bit of a step, these offsets are really handy. Now, the extra length is going to come in handy. This kit comes from 8 millimeter through to 19 millimeter, which is really handy, and it doesn't appear to skip any steps. So, even if you're not going to use your 9 millimeter, or, if you're working on Chryslers, you're not so likely to be using your 11 or 12, but these are handy nonetheless. The advertised price right now on Prime Day is $132.32, of course with free shipping. They're advertising that list price is $332. So it's a decent deal. I wouldn't mind picking these up myself, and let's move on to the next one. Next up is Erwin Tools Hansen hex head multi-spline screw extractors. Now these are kind of like your usual strip screw or strip bolt extractors, except they're inverted. So this allows you to get into a strip screw, or you could use it as an easy out, I suppose. It's a much larger than an easy out and a more twisted spline. I have used these before, or something very, very similar, and they come in handy. Sometimes they don't work, but sometimes, they work just as required. You can always drill out a hole and use it like an easy out. It's a little bit of a stubby easy out. These are currently listed for $41.12 plus free shipping. I have found these on other websites, and again, you know, a little bit similar price. Expect to pay about 50 bucks. They're claiming that normally are $55. So this one's actually a little bit of a discount. This is a quick deal. By the time you're watching this, it might not actually be a deal anymore. But either way, this is a handy set to have, and at 50 bucks even, they're pretty good to get you out of a bind. There's not a whole lot to say. It's a 25-piece set, which is next up is the Erwin Tools Hex Head Multi-Spline Extractor set. This is basically a screw extractor. It's kind of like an easy out, except that it's kind of cut off at the end. So this is tool number 53227. It's a 25-piece set, and just like I said, it's basically an easy out, but for screws. Helps a little bit. I have used something very, very similar in the past, and you know, I trust the Erwin brand name on this. They do have a warranty. They're listing them as sizing between 1/8 and 7/8 of an inch, which is pretty sizable. I mean, you know, it's not metric or anything like that, but we're talking screw sizes. You could use this as an easy out. I'm not sure what kind of strength these would have, besides the fact that they do have, you know, you can buy easy outs for cheaper. So this is really dedicated for stripped out screws, invert or for Torxes or triple square. So this is a pretty decent deal. I have found these listed for roughly around the same price on other websites. Now, normally they're saying these are $55.33. So, you know, expect to pay in that ballpark. At $41 at this point, it's a pretty decent deal. Now, it does list that this is a limited time. So this may not be a deal by the time you're watching this. Either way, it's a decent deal. It's a decent kit. I wouldn't mind putting this one in my toolbox either. So hopefully you found a couple of these things interesting, and we'll see what else we can find over the next little while. Till then, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.